Command received. Commencing Sky Rides Episode 4. Now.
What's up, guys? It's Skyler with Sky Rides here, and today, why is it that always when I start the video there's all sorts of stuff going wrong? There's a lot of gravel on the road. Alright, today I just wanted to do a quick, little vlog style about what it's like to actually be a motorcyclist and everything that it kind of entails. I've kind of brought this up because, as you know, in my last vlog, watched Buddy go down, and one of the big things that I've seen is his family just all of a sudden all over any post that he puts up about motorcycles. They're like, God, I hope you're done riding. I hope you stop riding. And it just made me think about one of the biggest parts about actually being a motorcyclist that people don't necessarily realize is that everybody is going to tell you about how dangerous it is and how they know their cousins, aunts, sisters, brothers, mothers, twice removed, ex-girlfriend's roommate went down on a motorcycle and died. And you're gonna get that a lot, and some people scare off from that, other people don't. I mean, everybody does eventually go down. There's very few of us that are fortunate enough not to. You just kind of got to accept that you're not going to fall in that category. But this right here is one of the best parts about being a motorcyclist. Everybody else that you see that's on a bike, you immediately have something in common. Let's go ride with him. Yeah, I think one of the most important things to realize about motorcycling, one of the best things by far, is the community. And yeah, I mean, you see it all the time. The stupid little biker wave that we do. I guess if you're not on a motorcycle, you might think it's kind of dumb, or it's an adorable little thing like the Jeep wave or whatever. But that's just kind of, it's a symbol, I mean, that guy's on a Harley, I'm on a Honda, he's on a Yamaha, whatever the hell's going on, whatever we're riding. It's us waving to each other and saying, hey, you like doing this too. You're on two wheels also. What's up? You'll get a lot of attention from other riders. Everywhere you go to a gas station, you're gonna have people come over to you. Oh, sweet, man, nice bike, how fast is it? Yeah, you can sit there riding a Ninja 300, that thing looks fast. Even if they don't know what kind of bike it is, people are gonna tell you that your bike looks fast. So how quick is that? Can you do a wheelie? But no, it's definitely cool. Some of the best conversations that I've had since starting this are just other guys on bikes that you run into gas stations. You pull up to a bar, there's another dude with the bike outside, and sometimes I find myself standing there for like 30 minutes straight talking to a guy that I never met before. I'll probably never talk to him again, and we're just having a conversation about motorcycles because he used to ride or he knows somebody that rides. And the community is definitely one positive aspect of it. One thing I will say is everybody thinks that as soon as you throw your man legs over top of one of these two-wheel death machines that you are immediately going to become irresistible to gravel everywhere. God damn it, fuck this road. No, you're immediately going to become irresistible to the opposite sex. Like, chicks love bikes, man. Chicks dig bikers. You're gonna get so many girls on that thing. Well, I'm here to ruin your hopes and dreams, children, and let you know that unfortunately 99% of women that you're going to meet at this day and age do not like motorcycles. That is a major letdown. I know. I was upset too. I thought I was going to meet a bunch of supermodels as soon as I started riding my motorcycle. The only attention that you're really going to attract when you're riding around on your bike, two things that you will attract. One, the old dude that had a bike that was kind of like yours in whatever way, like 20 years ago, when man, he wishes he never sold that thing. And two, small children. Children love motorcycles. It's just kind of part of riding. Anytime you pull up to a store and there's some little kids outside, they're going to oogle you. And you know what? Be a little bit immature about it. And little kids, you know what? You might make their day if you grab your clutch in, give them a little rev bomb, or hell, if you're comfortable and it's in a safe position, pop a little wheelie for them. I let one little boy the other day come over, and I held on the clutch and let him turn my throttle a little bit, and you see his face light up. But yeah, no, so you are definitely going to attract a lot of attention when you're riding a motorcycle. That's for sure. It's just not necessarily the attention that you thought. Now, you will also manage to attract the attention of a bunch of police officers, especially if you're on really anything other than a cruiser. I mean, my little naked bike here, I get them looking at me every time I'm riding down the highway, especially if there's traffic. They'll make it a point to ride right behind me. So you get some negative attention too. Another thing that you'll get, and this kind of goes along with the first point that I was making. I know a lot of the people that watch this have told me this themselves, and I know everybody's gonna, oh well, it's just because they care about you, they love you, it's this, it's that, and I totally get that, and I appreciate the concern. I really, really do. But one of the most annoying things, and it wasn't annoying at first, and again, I know it comes from a good place, it really does, but is every single time that somebody hears that you ride a motorcycle that cares about you, the first thing that they are going to tell you is that it's not you they're worried about, it's everybody else. And I'm not denying that that's true. Like, I totally get it. I think it was the Hurt Report, which again was done in the 80s, was like 70-some% of motorcycle accidents included another vehicle. Almost always a car, and the main reason is almost always that the driver wasn't paying attention or didn't see the motorcycle. So I totally get that it's, you know, it is what you need to be concerned about. 70-some% of the time is everybody else, not necessarily yourself. But every single person that you tell that you ride a motorcycle, or they see you riding the motorcycle, or they find out, they hear about it, whatever it is, anybody that's moderately in your life that knows that you ride a bike that does not ride one themselves are going to tell you those exact words. It's not you I'm worried about, it's everybody else. So just get used to hearing that like 27 times a day, like it's the radio playing the newest Imagine Dragons song. You're gonna hear it all the friggin' time. On a side note, another term that I've been hearing a lot recently that's kind of getting on my nerves is those guys have got a death wish. Are some activities that we take part in a little bit more dangerous than others, and a little bit more possibly death-inducing? Yeah, certainly. But like, I don't need to hear about how every single motorcyclist that's riding a little bit fast or riding a wheelie or splitting lanes has got a goddamn death wish. Most of them probably don't want to die. Man, this damn smells nice and ripe today. God, it smells like somebody went crabbing but didn't actually take the crabs out of the pot for like a week. Now, the other thing that you can expect out of first becoming a motorcyclist is going to be the obsession. And I'll admit, I definitely got more into this than everybody. One, more than I ever expected that I would. I thought, you know, when I got my license, I was just gonna, every once in a while, take the old hog out, putt around town, and maybe, you know, I don't know, a trip every once in a while, or just whatever. But holy hell did I dive into it, and it is taking over my life. So yeah, if you're that type of person, get ready. I know my friends are sure as shit annoyed with it. Heard multiple times, oh, you don't do anything other than ride your bike. That's because it's what I like doing now. You'll start to find yourself hanging out more with friends just because they ride, less with the ones that don't. But the most important side of the obsession thing is the money. Anybody who's ever told you that proper motorcycling is cheap is a goddamn liar. Yes, you can buy a bike for dirt cheap. You can go on Craigslist and pick up a motorcycle for a few grand and have your fun with it. But if you want to actually do this and do it right and have fun with it and kind of, I don't want to say make a lifestyle out of it. That's too goddamn cheesy. I'm not a Harley rider. But no, like, be safe at it. Safety is a big thing on motorcycles, and gear's not cheap, you know. I mean, you're looking around $300 for a good to decent helmet. You don't necessarily need a $2,000 MotoGP replica Rye helmet or whatever, but you know, you're gonna want to drop about $300 on there, about $200 for a decent jacket. You want to get yourself some riding boots, some riding jeans. There's a lot more maintenance than cars involved with motorcycles as well. Big old sign for a dispensary. On the upside, I believe Maryland just passed a law saying that, well, before there was a ban saying that if you had a prescription for medicinal marijuana that you couldn't own a gun legally in the state of Maryland, you get a half a wave. And they just lifted that. So now if you have an ailment that can be solved by medicinal devil's lettuce, you can go right on ahead and burn one down and still legally own a gun, which I think is a perfectly fine rule. Whether you agree with the legalization of marijuana or not, I don't think anybody's getting stoned and going out and shooting people. I'm pretty sure it's more somewhere along the lines of getting stoned and shooting an evil glare at the remote because it's 2 couch cushions away and it's in between you and your Funyuns. Nobody gets stoned and they're like, hell yeah, let's go kill a bunch of people. No, they're like, hell yeah, let's kill this pizza. I'm not condoning drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. Unless you buy them from me. No, nope, just kidding. I'm not a drug dealer. You know, a little disclaimer down the bottom there. But back to the maintenance on the motorcycles, it's a whole lot more expensive than anybody would have ever told me. Now that might just be because I own 3 of them. But yeah, I mean, stuff goes wrong with bikes that you don't have to worry about with cars. If you got a chain driven bike, you gotta constantly lube that up and replace that, and sprockets and rev bombs, sprockets and rev bombs, sprockets and rev bombs. And it's just, you know, there's a whole nother level to it. Tires are definitely a lot more important on a motorcycle, because on a car, if you got a bad tire, worst case scenario, blows out. You don't stop quite as fast as you'd like to. On a bike, if you don't have good tires, you taste the pavement through your face shield. Yeah, but all in all, I can say my experience from riding a motorcycle has definitely been, it's life-changing. It really does take over your life. It becomes like 80% of what you want to do. Any chance I get, I want to be out riding. Your family's going to be concerned. They're going to tell you about how some other driver's going to kill you on that thing and how dangerous it is. And you run into a bunch of strangers, and it's just, it's a great activity if you got the time. And I'm just going to say it, if you got a little bit of disposable income, it's definitely something to get into. Alright, well guys, I think that's gonna about wrap it up for today. Thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed the ride. Of course, as always, please remember to like this video, comment down below, share, and of course subscribe. If you subscribe, you will be entered in for a chance to win a slightly used Modest Mouse CD that I found in the back trunk of my cousin's car. Only a little bit of dust on it. Alright, thanks guys, and have a good day. Watch for motorcycles. Where? Ah! I'm on one!